All right, guys, so for painting this thing, I'm just going with classic gloss black. I got VHT engine enamel. This is pretty much, I think this is what I use, either this or Rust-Oleum when I painted the 5.3 about 5 years ago. And, you know, this kind of still some paint on it. But yeah, I was kind of going back and forth between GM blue or possibly red. I was even looking at Ford blue just because the Ford blue is more like the color of the car. The GM is more that like pastel-y blue. But in the end, I figured black would be a safe bet. The car is mostly blue and black anyway, and most of the block you're not even gonna see once it's in the car. Ugh. I'm contemplating doing a Holley Terminator X, and the reason for that is mostly because of the AC. If I went to an E38 PCM Gen 4 harness, those cars get the AC control through a body control module, so I'm not going to have the control that I do now where I can have the pressure switch wired into the PCM. It can bump the idle up, turn on the fans, do all that good stuff. Essentially, I'll have to wire it myself where I turn the AC on, that ties into the existing relays for the fans, that turns the fans on, and then after speaking with PSI Conversion, they said with the drive-by-wire, essentially, being the throttle body's electric, it'll maintain that idle, so you don't essentially have to run wires, a signal to the PCM to turn the AC on and bump the idle and all that. If I decide to do the Gen 4 harness with the E38 PCM. So if anybody's wondering why I'm even changing the harness anyway, my main reason is to get drive-by-wire because it's going to be easier to tune drivability-wise when running a bigger cam. And I'm going to be running a 102 throttle body, and just it just makes it easier. Drivability is going to be easier to tune. And not only that, you could kind of mess with it at the track. Being it's entirely electric, you can essentially program it or tune it so when you're taking off, you can have your foot to the floor on the TPS, but the throttle will actually only open 50% or whatever you set it to, and you can have it ramp in as you take off to help with traction issues. So that's another cool thing you can kind of mess around with. So if I went to a Gen 4 harness and a Gen 4 PCM, the harness is like 650 bucks, I think. I have to get a electronic pedal regardless. Then a PCM is like 100, 130 bucks or so. If I go to the Holley, and I was looking at the Terminator X Max, that would cost me about $1,300. Whether or not I get the little controller with it, it's like $1,200 if you don't. And I was mostly looking at it because it has a lot of good features. First of all, I'll be able to control the AC pretty much the exact way I am now. Not only that though, it has the wideband built in. The self-tuning feature seems pretty cool. It seems really easy to get a bass tune out of it. And it just kind of simplifies all the software for you. Instead of having all these tables that affect each other, essentially you just have one timing table, one VE table. And it seems like it's a lot easier to tune. Is it worth the extra 700 bucks? I really don't know. I know it has a two-step built into it, I believe, as well as a shift light that I'm not sure if you can use it in the base kit with the little tiny screen, but I think if you get that like tablet with the gauges, which is like 1,800 bucks, which is kind of ridiculous. But I think if you get the tablet with the gauges, you can have it set up on the dash and have the shift light come on through there. So it does have some cool little features, but I want to hear what you guys think. Is that something you think I should try out? Should I just stick to the GM stuff? And I was really trying to get some reviews on it. I mean, you look on Summit Racing, they only have maybe one or two guys reviewing it. And one guy said it's a great system, easy to use. He recommended it. Then another guy said it was absolute garbage and the car wasn't running right and it wouldn't start when it was too cold or something. And basically he left it a 1-star review. Those are the only reviews I could find on an actual website that sells the thing. Looking up some videos on YouTube, people do have good reviews on it. I haven't really read anything bad or watched anything bad. But then again, you don't know who's actually buying it, who's getting it for free, and they're just talking good about it. I mean, for the price, there's no arguing. If you're doing a swap in an older vehicle, just having a complete standalone system for $1,300, that's a pretty damn good deal. It's just in my case, I don't essentially need a complete standalone system because my car's already wired for the GM stuff, so I don't know if it's worth the extra little bells and whistles to have fun with over just keeping the GM stuff. All right, this isn't working. I don't know why I'm going through all this just to spray a block. I'm just gonna do the old cardboard cover over, whatever the hell you don't want to get paint on with it. I'm actually gonna use this fine piece of oak. I don't know what the hell this is actually. Oh man, that is the way to do it. Look at that. Flip. That looks a little bit better. I didn't bother with painting the back. Really no need. Well, first of all, I don't even have the cover on there. And then once the transmission's connected, that'll never be seen. So I think that's all I'm doing today. I just wanted to get the block painted because as the heads and stuff go on, it's just going to be more crap in the way when I'm trying to spray it. But yeah, I'm kind of still on the fence with the whole wiring thing, what I'm going to use ECM-wise. Once again, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Right now, I'm kind of leaning towards just doing the factory harness with the E38 PCM. Just because it's cheaper, might be simpler, being the car's already kind of wired up for a PSI harness, and the gauges and everything work as they should. Regardless, I'm going to have to kind of do my own thing with the AC. But with the Holley, it does have the programmable inputs and outputs, so it might be a little bit easier. Is it worth the extra 600, 700 bucks? I don't know. It has some extra features. It might be cool to try out. Let me know what you guys think. For now, it's going to do it for this video. I'll be back possibly tomorrow with another one. I actually have to do brakes on my sister's car. If you guys want to see something like that, leave a comment. Maybe I'll shoot it tomorrow. Or if I have time after and we get to do some more stuff in the Camaro, I'll just upload that video instead. But for now, it's going to do it for this one. See you guys in a few days.